The kitchen counter glowed under the dim evening light, littered with the remnants of a busy day. A half-eaten apple, school papers, and a few stray crumbs. The fridge felt stubbornly empty, and my mind, equally so, when it came to dinner. Then the doorbell rang. A familiar box sat on the porch, cool to the touch, promising a fully formed meal, neatly portioned, almost magically appearing to solve my dilemma. A wave of relief washed over me, quickly followed by a quiet, insistent question. Is this truly a blessing, or am I just postponing a deeper responsibility? This isn't just about a Tuesday night meal. It's about a conversation many of us are having, consciously or not, in the hustle of modern life. Subscription meal services, those neatly packaged boxes promising convenience and culinary adventure, have become a significant part of our food landscape. But as followers of a faith that calls us to thoughtful living and good stewardship, we're compelled to ask, are these services truly aligned with our values, or do they inadvertently lead us astray? Are meal kit deliveries good stewardship, or do they leave us with a quiet sense of green guilt? Let's gently unpack this, starting with what our scriptures teach us about food, preparation, and community. The Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, speaks profoundly about food, as provision, as sustenance, as an act of worship, and as a cornerstone of fellowship. It's not merely fuel for our bodies. Consider the act of food preparation itself. In an age where convenience is king, we often outsource or minimize the effort involved in preparing our meals. Yet throughout history and within many traditions, the act of preparing food has been seen as a sacred task, a deliberate engagement with God's creation. The Proverbs 31 woman, for instance, is praised for her diligent work, which includes providing food for her household. This isn't about being tied to the stove. It's about the intentionality, the skill, the love poured into nurturing our families. When we consistently bypass the process of choosing ingredients, planning meals, and creating dishes, are we losing touch with a fundamental aspect of our humanity and perhaps our spiritual connection to sustenance? Are we diminishing the blessing of understanding where our food comes from and the satisfaction of transforming raw ingredients into a nourishing meal? And then there are family meals. The dinner table, throughout Scripture, is a place of gathering, teaching, and connection. From the Passover Seder to the Last Supper, meals are foundational to building relationships and transmitting values. While a meal kit can certainly facilitate getting a meal on the table, thereby creating space for family time, we must also reflect on how the broader pattern of convenience affects our family culture. Does it replace the shared experience of cooking together, of teaching children practical skills, or of passing down family recipes? Does it subtly suggest that food preparation is a chore to be avoided, rather than a joyful, creative act to be embraced and shared? The true blessing of a family meal isn't just the food itself, but the shared experience that surrounds its creation and consumption. Beyond these foundational principles, we must also consider the practical implications, cost, and environmental impact. From a stewardship perspective, managing our resources wisely is paramount. Meal kits, while convenient, often come at a premium price per serving compared to buying ingredients from the grocery store. Are we, in our pursuit of convenience, consistently making choices that are financially extravagant for our families? For some, in particularly demanding seasons of life, the cost might be justified by the time saved, preventing more expensive takeout or unhealthy alternatives. But for regular use, it's worth a thoughtful pause. Could that extra money be better stewarded elsewhere, perhaps towards causes we care about, or simply building a stronger financial foundation for our family? And what of our responsibility for creation care? The sheer volume of packaging associated with meal kits, the insulated boxes, the ice packs, the individually portioned plastic containers for every spice and sauce gives many of us pause. While meal kit companies often argue they reduce food waste by providing exact portions, thereby preventing unused ingredients from languishing in our fridges, we must weigh this against the significant increase in single-use packaging. Our stewardship extends not just to our immediate resources, but to the broader planet we inhabit. How do these choices impact our carbon footprint and the amount of waste we generate? This isn't about shaming, but about conscious awareness and seeking balance. It's important to acknowledge that there's no single simple answer here. Meal kits are not inherently bad. For someone learning to cook, they can be an excellent way to gain confidence and expand culinary horizons. For a family navigating a particularly intense season, a new baby, a demanding work project, an illness, they can be a genuine lifeline, a way to ensure nourishing meals without overwhelming an already stretched household. The key, perhaps, lies in intentionality, in understanding our motivations, and in seeking balance. Perhaps it's about discerning when convenience is a helpful tool that frees us for deeper connection, and when it becomes an unthinking habit that subtly erodes our skills, our financial wisdom, or our sense of environmental responsibility. It's about remembering that good stewardship isn't just about avoiding waste. It's about cultivating wisdom in how we use our time, our money, our talents, and the resources God has entrusted to us. It's about finding the joy and blessing in thoughtful preparation, in shared meals, and in caring for our world. So, as we navigate the dinner dilemmas of modern life, let's pause and consider, what choices truly reflect good stewardship for our unique circumstances? I invite you to reflect on this in your own life. What are your thoughts on meal kits and the pursuit of convenience? Do you find them a blessing or a challenge? Share your experiences and insights in the comments below. Let's continue this thoughtful conversation together.